the show. We gather here at 8:30.
So yeah, I'm pretty much mowing Monday through Friday, and if I'm not mowing, I'm doing jobs. So like the landscaping, but not really landscaping, more like I guess it's really just random stuff like spraying for weeds or like I don't trimming bushes, something like that. Um, but the other hardest thing is honestly knowing how to do a good job because like everything's new to me pretty much, especially at this scale. So like before I was mowing with, not a commercial mower and I was mowing my mom's friend. So there was no consequence behind it of doing a bad job, which obviously I tried not to. But like, me and Shane, mostly me sometimes, we'd just go in, mow, and it was very easy and fast. Now it's like, oh man, I've got to make sure I do this. I got to make sure I do that. And it's like, oh, is that part of my job? Am I supposed to do that? So that's really probably the number one thing is providing a good service for people, without obviously losing on my end because I don't want to spend 30 minutes on a lawn if I don't have to. But yeah. And then, yeah, this is the logo. Hopefully there will be a badger in there someday. It's a work in progress. And then, yes, this is my number. I don't have a business number, so that's just my personal number for now. And it gets a lot of calls, so that's good.
So how are you communicating to your customers what they owe? Are you having to generate an invoice and mail them?
So I usually actually just print the invoices myself and write them up. The way I keep track of like who's paid and who hasn't and how much they owe is literally just in my head. So I don't have any type of system right now. So that's pretty difficult. I've gotten it wrong with only 2 people. So my success rate on that is actually pretty good, and I'm kind of surprised by that because it's very hard to keep up.
Do you take like Venmo?
Yes, yes. So Venmo is actually the most thing that gets used. Other than that, it just checks. It's literally just those 2 things. So yeah, majority of people is Venmo, and that makes it very simple. Yeah, it definitely is. I always feel bad requesting, but so I don't do that, but I feel guilty for that.
That's why you're doing this. As somebody who forgets frequently, I like appreciate when people just tell me because I would just forget.
Yeah.
So you're just young, and I cannot like yell that at young people.
They do have it to where you can schedule a request, and I've been tempted to do that, but I've just kind of been pushing it to the side because.
Oh, stop that. Do it. Do it. Do whatever's easy for you.
As long as you know you'll get it mowed. You don't want to request the money before you mow.
Yeah.
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 That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, one suggestion. You want this to be a business, not just a hobby, right?
Yeah.
I would immediately change your number to a different number.
Yeah.
Separate.
Yeah.
So like Google does, I think I paid $10 a month for a Google number.
Okay.
But that's just something early on. I wish I would have just done that immediately
Mhm.
just to separate
Yeah.
business and personal. Then that way, moving forward, if you grow, that Google number can go onto someone else's phone.
Yeah.
You're not always having to be tied to it 24/7.
Yeah, that's kind of something that's on the list, definitely. Because I was planning on just leaving this as the business number and getting a new personal. Yeah, because I think that'd be the easiest way to go. But it's on the list of agenda, so.
And you're also carrying 2 phones.
Yeah, I would have to carry 2 phones.
So here's a little tip I want from you. So not only it'll make it more productive, but I would go ahead if I were you. First of all, 45 is like
Yeah.
charge 55, hire a bookkeeper and accountant, somebody to take care of all your business stuff.
Yeah.
That way you're not dealing. You can hire people on those fingers.
Yeah.
Does it all. Don't have to do billing. Don't have to do all.
Yeah.
All you have to do is what you do. You have to-
That's kind of what the plan was next season, was to increase the minimum to 55. And then that way I won't be able to take on as many lawns as I can do all that too. And then it can be I can also do other things too. And so I won't have too much of a workload, but I'm also,
Surprised how much that's free just to not have to have that on your plate at all.
Yeah.
And it's not that expensive.
yeah. See, so the 45 too is I don't want to increase my prices on my people now because that just doesn't seem ethical. But it's definitely something that will have to be done for sure.
Keep in mind, everybody don't ever feel bad about raising the price. Just give a justification.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta raise my price because feels
Well, it's very basic. You had cost of living increase every year. Right?
Yeah.
So at least 2 to 3%.
Yeah.
So, nobody's gonna think you'll be raising the price. I'm gonna pick that.
Yeah.
So how do you do your routing? I'm guessing you try to get everybody in one area one day and everybody in another area.
Yeah. I literally just use my head. So like, I've known pretty much the town. So like, a lot of my houses are in the north end, but I'm very fortunate because like they're all in the same like housing addition. So like, I'll have a bunch of houses in like the Stonecrest area, and then I'll have like a bunch of houses in like, near Corinth. I don't really know what that entire area is called, but then I just make my way around those areas. So
Sounds like word of mouth is working for you because you're getting the whole neighborhood, you know?
that's actually like, it's mostly out of convenience. Like that's actually just like a very big coincidence that's happened. But yeah, usually it's neighbors come up to me because they see me mowing their neighbors, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, oh, yeah." But I don't think I have gotten too many clients from other people reaching out and being like, "Oh, hey, I got your name from XYZ." Definitely a few, but
You might
yeah.
have signs made that you can leave in a yard for a week, you know, and then, you know, move it to another yard next week.
Yeah.
You know, if you want one of those guys.
Yeah, I've definitely got, so SJC Marketing, they've actually been very helpful. I've been talking to them and seeing what I can do and what they think I should do, to definitely get more clients. Like right now, I'm not too worried about it because I could not do another lawn. But yeah, next season, hopefully, it'll be a lot more.
So how do you say rain happens? So how do you schedule your day with a rain? Do you have a delay, or do you say, "Oh, we're done for the day"?
Yeah.
We'll tack on to Saturday. Or
Yeah.
How do you adjust your schedule?
I basically just move it up. So like if I'm supposed to mow Friday and it rains Friday, I mow it as soon as I can on either, if that's Saturday or Sunday. I just try to mow it as soon as possible and then restart. So like if I do have to wait until Monday because of rain, I'll mow Monday, but then I won't wait. I'll wait till Saturday to mow again, and then I'll resume a normal schedule. So that way their yard's not growing super fast, but I'm also not there 4 days apart. And that, cause I don't want to cause problems because they're like, "You just mowed, what the heck?" So
So it sounds to me like the scaling problem is employee size problem as well. Are you trying to also scale your employees next year? Or
yeah, definitely. Yeah, finding an employee is going to be the hardest part for sure. But yeah, so the other hard part is like, I think I can qualify to get one truck. Like financing for one truck should be a breeze. But finding an employee to fit that truck is going to be difficult. And so one is already hard. Two is going to be very hard.
that was kind of my follow up for somebody as young as yourself. How hard is it to find somebody within your age group to not only do the job, but then to do the job at your level too?
It's not possible. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know who I'm going to find because high school students, they're going to obviously have school by the time mowing season comes around the corner, or sports. So that's pretty hard. And then college kids, same thing. They're going to have school. So balancing school and, if sports, it's just not going to be, it's not really a question for them. So I'm going to have to find some sort of adult that's adequate for the job. Yeah.
What about a business partner instead?
That's also impossible. I've actually, yeah. That's what I would have to do as a credit check on a business partner.
How many businesses, how many customers do you have right now?
So total clients, it fluctuates a lot, but it's around 50. So it's around like 10 a day if I'm lucky, but, yeah, it's on and off between 50 and 60.
How long are you paid?
As long as possible. So like people will always ask me like, "Oh, how many lawns do you have today?" And I just say as many as possible. But I usually get up around 7:30 and then I'm up and mowing at like 8:30. And then I go as long as possible, which is usually like 5. 5 to 6.
How many days a week are you doing?
5 days, and then Saturdays and Sundays I save for jobs. So then the jobs I'm working, I actually sleep in, so I usually get up at like 10 and then start whatever I have to do, and then I end as late as possible, which is usually again like 5 or 6. Depending on the job though. If the job's easier, I'll go till 8. But yeah. Yeah, yeah.
In the summer, you might find it's better to start earlier.
It definitely is better to start earlier. It's a bad ratio between sleep and comfort.
What do you think, two things, like the hardest and the best thing about owning your own business so far has been?
The best thing I would say is the people who look in on it. So like family members, if they're looking in on it, they're like, "Oh, okay, he's got it going. He's doing pretty all right. That's cool." The worst thing, I want to say the workload, but because it is a lot, but that's kind of expected, and I asked for it, so like I can't be mad at it. So definitely, probably handling the customers, probably mad customers, or not even customers, actually, neighbors or surrounding people. Because there's people out there, I found out the hard way, that they're just difficult for no reason. So that probably is the hardest part, actually.
I'm sitting here thinking about your bookkeeping,
Yeah.
and you've got to change that. First off, you want to have a good credit reference when you go in and apply to buy another truck. So if you can go in, either a local bank, whatever, a credit union or whatever, if you've got a set of books that you can reference with, this is what we did last year.
Yeah.
This is what we did the year before.
Yeah.
Whatever those circumstances are, you need to create some history.
Yeah.
That is not in your head.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can't be in your head.
I do.
There's no document that you're laying down that is prepared by somebody that's a bookkeeper or a CPA or something.
Yeah.
And we've had a number of young individuals present here that are doing just what you're looking for. And I would challenge you asking some of the organizers here who is presented here that you might recommend that I talk to.
Yeah.
But man, if there's nothing else you can do for your life, is have a good set of records.
Yeah.
And it scares me listening to you.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time. I never trusted, after I started my business in '79, I never trusted myself.
Yeah.
I always had a third party looking at it, and that third party was someone not associated with my family, with my friends, is somebody that can be very objective in what they're looking at.
Yeah.
And it's a cheap deal in the long run. Absolutely a cheap deal to have somebody helping you. Organizing, sending the bills, all those things. There's a banker sitting right here who will tell you the same thing, won't you? I mean, been there, done that, and you're going to be amazed at what you have to carry into somebody when you ask, I want to buy a pickup, or I want to buy another lawnmower.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So
You got to get it done, man.
So I would piggyback that through the Launchpad, which is a chamber resource, there's a service for small businesses and startups that gives free legal and financial advice with a CPA and a lawyer. So you can sign up online as a service for startups, and it will at least can kind of get you started. And you just make a reservation online, and you do a Zoom with them, and they help you.
oh, okay.
It may not be a long-term fit, but it will be a great place to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great way to start. And also think of, it's the American Association of Daily Money Managers, AADMM. It's a webpage you can go to, take a look, and those are individuals that Bob was just talking about that help people like you take care of your books. So it's a portal. Go there, take a look, see if somebody, where over at the Launchpad you do that, right? And then as you get going, then you have that as a resource to fall back on. Say, okay, I need to find somebody that can do more for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So the best thing that I do have right now is just, so like Academy Bank is who I use, and they send me the monthly like thing, and then I keep all the checks, and then obviously Venmo, it's all there. So like that's not very good, probably, but it's all there if I need it. But
Well, you could build history off of that.
Yeah.
You absolutely can. You know, that's your ground floor,
mhm.
and then you build from there. But I guarantee you want to grow, you want to do these things, you have aspirations, and having a great history model to present to whoever
Yeah.
you're inquiring with is going to serve you so well, you won't even believe it. You'll say, "Man, I came with this information, and look what it did for me."
Yeah.
And
I'm
without that,
piggybacking off of what you're saying is you have to pay some taxes. You know, like our businesses can be my business can be very cash. You know, a lot of tenants pay cash, and my husband's aggravated with me that I claim the cash. But when you're wanting to grow, you got to prove that you made that money. You know, and somebody hands you $50 for mowing their grass, you know, put it in your pocket and not claim it. But you need to be able to show that income, and it stinks, but you're going to have to pay some taxes.
Yeah.
To prove that you really made that money.
Yeah.
I'd say that's my biggest worry for your business model right now is taxes. Because there are way too many businesses that are starting out, especially have no idea how much you're supposed to pay in taxes, and they get way behind
Yeah.
the rest with state. And so you're in danger now of getting behind now, and you don't even know that.
Yeah.
So to me, that's the bookkeeping might be just insane.
Yeah.
And banks will look at your tax returns because there's a breakdown of depreciation costs. So some of that stuff can be added back to your income. So they look at all of them. So having a professional do your taxes for you is very helpful.
Yeah. That's something I've also definitely wanted to get a hold of somebody to make sure that I don't do something wrong.
How many years have you been in business?
So from high school, I started like my sophomore year, so 3. I think the LLC's been open for 3. But this is the first year that I've actually scaled, so it's only like 12, or only like 1 actual year.
Good start getting your LLC going now.
Have you managed people before?
Yeah, so I did have one of my cousin's friends actually. He was helping me a bunch. So that was actually a new experience for me, and I would like to say I did a good job, but he's no longer with me, so I can't really say that. But I'd like to say that I paid him fair, and I was not stern when helping him. So like, hey, so instead of doing this, the way I like to do it is I try to do it this way instead. So like that's how I tried to approach it. So yeah, I don't think that I did a bad job managing him, but like I said, he's not with me, so I feel like, but it was my choice, so I think it was just the kind of person instead of my side of it, which I don't want that to sound like ego or anything, but I think it was him over me.
So then how do you pay your employees?
So
Are you like go to 1099 them? How are you handling that?
yeah, so that's exactly how I would do it. So right now, I haven't really paid anyone enough that much, to have to do that. But I usually try to do it. So I've changed it up a few times. Before it was minimum. Now I've kind of liked it to where it's a percentage of what they bring me. So that percent is 25. So like if we could do 20 lawns in 7 hours, which is very good, that would be like 25 an hour or something like that. But if we only do 5 lawns in 7 hours, then that's like 10 an hour. So it's a percentage rather than a rate, which I found is like an incentive thing. So I like doing it that way.
Do you normally run like a 2-man crew, or is it just you?
Yeah, it's usually just me. So like if it does rain and I do get behind, that's when I'll have somebody help. I'll reach out and be like, hey, you want to help me catch up? And some days if I get too behind, I'll just be like, I'll just pay you like 300 for the day. If we can just catch up on these lawns, and, that works as well. So.
With that, sorry, have you thought about going ahead and kind of starting the hiring process and starting training them with you?
Yeah.
Next year, you trust them to send them out on.
Yeah, that's actually something that I have definitely been wanting to get on, but so it's another thing that's on the long list of things, but I honestly don't know where to start to hire someone. I don't know where to go. Cause at first I was thinking, oh, I'll just go to my high school. But then I was like, oh man, high school kids. And I mean, I did it, and they can do it, but would they? So I don't think I want to go that route. So now it's like I was saying earlier, it's now adults. It's like now I don't know where to start to hire an adult to start running a crew.
Are you guessing on having like one full-time employee, or maybe like staggering like two, like you said, like high school and college kids, maybe have one do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and someone helps you on Tuesday, Thursday. So you're not relying on one person full
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I actually have thought of that. So what I was thinking of doing is having, okay, so I want one person per crew. So, what I was thinking is like one person works Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the other works in between. And so that way they're not getting burnt out because it'll be long shifts. But then I'd have to find 4 people if I have 2 crews, and finding 2 is already going to be extremely difficult. So I was going to just stick with 1. But the problem is that that's going to be a lot for one person because it's a lot for me now. So who's going to be willing to do that? I'm not too sure. So I'm going to have to play with it. But I'm definitely going to have to start training someone ASAP, or if not before, the beginning of next season, of around like a month's time, because they're going to have to know how to drive a truck and trailer, back it up, actually run the equipment and everything. So it's definitely going to be a lot when that time comes. So knowing where to start on hiring someone is definitely going to be the first step, and it being the right person is going to be an even harder step. Yeah, definitely actually. Snow removal, I'd like to get a plow on the truck that I have now. It's just, I've heard it's dangerous. So I'm not necessarily steering away from it, but I'm looking for an excuse not to get it, but I'm also looking for an excuse to get it because I want it. So yeah, I definitely, and it's also expensive too, because like with the taxes coming around, it's definitely going to be something I have to save for because I'm not actively paying on it. So, and then monthly payments, since I'm not working 6 months out of the year, I have to like calculate all that. And so getting into snow removal at that level is going to be very hard. I think it could work. I just have to play with the numbers a lot because I don't want to get myself in a bind. But yeah, I definitely do want to do a lot of snow removal. Thank you.